Hello, welcome to. My name is Kirby.
And I'm Alex. Today we're going to be talking about how to start yourself a country.
And how it's going to eventually lead to you taking over the world.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
By you, we mean us.
Here's how to start. You probably live on a piece of property. Hopefully, it's large enough that you could build another home on this property. Now, you have somebody buy the home from you. Now you've got two people living on your property. Now you've got twice as much income and you get enough money to buy more property. And so on and so forth. Well, actually not and so on and so forth yet. Now you have more property. Now you have more people move to your property because you build more houses. Now you've got even more people and more money building up for more property and so on and so forth. Now, so you get expanding land. Over to you.
Or there's the other approach, which is start a cult. Basically, appeal to what the majority of people would, be willing to accept. And then you just say, you can come here and live here. And if things get a little too cramped for here, you can donate money to the expansion fund. And then that money will go towards making our property bigger and bigger, and therefore you'll have more and more room, and this will keep going. More people will start joining because they're like, wow, this is so much less complicated than bureaucratic systems. And so it'll just...
Now, well, I'll keep going with the progression. Oh, well, you wouldn't need a majority of people or you wouldn't have to appeal to a majority, you would just have to appeal to a group of people. It wouldn't have to be a majority. I mean, a majority would be better because it would be easier. You'd get more money and stuff. But anyway, so now you've got yourself some property, a community, living on one property. So one title, I guess, which...
It's not even a cult, because a cult is religious based. This is just...
Anyone, really. Anyone.
Avoiding red tape based.
Now, so you've got yourself some property.
See if you find anyone
and a bunch of people living on it. Let's say this is by now... Or you get it up to the size of Rhode Island because that's a small place.
Very small.
Well, actually, we don't even need to set a scale to it. You've just got a large piece of property.
I think it's an island.
We'll say, and it could even be just 10,000 people living there. There's a lot of people, but it's like the size of a small city. But they're all on one property. Now, you get yourself some grocery stores. Actually, and you need even more.
People start there.
You need to buy land for farming and livestock. So then you can start your grocery stores. Actually, you don't need to do that, but start grocery stores there, or just a market, and you have people bringing it in from outside, but buy more land eventually for livestock and produce there. And now you've got yourself a working...
And it's basically like starting the country over again. Like, people can pursue the same field of work that they had before,
and
just...
Of course, at this point you're still paying national taxes. You're still paying taxes and not to the country, or to whoever owns the land. It's not a country yet.
The only obstacle you would face as far as expansion goes is federally owned properties. You could buy hotels and apartment things. What are they called? Modules? Complexes. Apartment complexes. And, just buy anything that isn't federally owned. And then, you have, like, say the map is here. And then, here's all these different splotches on the map that are federally owned. And then you work around those splotches. And eventually, once your society gets... once the society gets big enough...
We'll say your for...
Once the society gets big enough and powerful enough, and you get, and there won't really necessarily be a leader at first, you'll be the leader.
No, you'll be the one in charge because
you're the one.
You're handling finances for expanding.
Yeah. But you're not going to push the expanding. You'll just let them push their own expanding, because as more and more people flood in, they're like, oh wow, we can avoid all this bureaucratic red tape as far as expanding goes. So let's come here and live here, and more people come, so it gets crowded, and then they will give you money to expand themselves, and then
You don't
just
avoid
expand. You don't. My point is, you don't have to push them to expand.
You'll still have the
It'll come by
bureaucracy.
itself.
No, you won't be escaping the bureaucracy at this point because
A
you'll.
little of it.
No, not well. Property wise, yeah, because you'll just have a house and probably your own property, which you could buy from the entire property owner. So you got yourself a little system running now. People have property within your property, so they don't have to go to the realtors. They just go to you and your own
Realtors?
or government. I don't know.
Realtors.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I was saying.
people,
Realtors, no.
realtor, realtors.
You said realtors.
Anyways, yeah, but and you gotta like you couldn't start a school to. I mean, you could. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know what the deal is with deployments. I don't know how to say
You
that
could just-
word either. You could
It
start a
wouldn't be
school.
recognized by the federal
Yeah,
stuff, but
well,
you could
that's what I'm
recognize
saying.
it
You
yourself.
could start a school and educate people, and give them diplomas. I'm gonna say diplomas. because
Deployments.
it's Deployments.
You can give deployments. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know, like, actually, and if you've got jobs in your own place and they recognize, oh, you've graduated from our school, all right, we'll hire you. So, no, that does work. But how do you escape the taxes is you've got to have the government recognize you as your own country, which isn't likely
It's
because
gonna
they're
be
getting
hard
your
to
money.
do, but-
And if you've got not a lot of people, then they don't want to. There was something else you said that I don't think it worked. Anyways, moving on from that. You've got yourself property with schools and jobs and whatnots. Where next?
Well, you know, like I was saying before, you know, you don't have to.
Alright, we blocked the NSA's hacking. We
So,
can keep
yeah,
going now.
Anyways,
Yeah, alright, so we have ourselves a little working ecosystem with jobs
Ecosystem?
and stuff. Yeah, the other one, economy. Yeah.
economy system. So,
Economic system.
Mm-hmm.
Money-wise, though, we're still using the U.S. dollar, I guess, because it works. But
As I was saying.
if we want to become our own country, we should probably stop using their money. Because if we are, then we're like they're printing our money, and it's weird. So design your dollar and then start printing it. Of course, you'll have to make it non-counterfeitable somehow.
well, no, you'd have to use the U.S. dollar to purchase land from the U.S.
Do what?
You'd have to use the U.S. dollar to purchase land from the U.S.
Purchase.
expand.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Somebody who's not yet in your society is
Just-
going to join it for
yeah.
some paper.
Well, and like you're writing checks, your money would have the same value. It's just a different money because you use it among your own stuff. So say the government does recognize you as a country, now you can build your military.
And this is where everything gets so fun. See, you can recruit people.
Fun.
You can recruit people from your society who are already in it. You like, you know, hey, we'd like to build up a
And you can
little
take
military to
slaves.
keep ourselves safe.
Yeah.
And then
Actually-
people who were in the military
Alright.
of the U.S. before they joined your society, they can also join.
Let's
it.
just throw out all moral things, and we're just dominating the world right now. So we've got an army.
That's the end goal, anyways.
We got an army and a country. We'll say our country. We managed to overthrow Texas, so now we have Texas. Don't worry, Texans. We're not threatening. We're just saying
Watch your backs.
we're buddies now. No, we're Texas. No, we're not Texas. We're just
Texas.
we're just saying we've got ourselves a place. I don't know, but you got to work around like national
We're like
parks.
Texas. Well, like I said, federally owned land. You know
What even goes on? Can a country form around national parks? Is it just well, actually, there's this Canadian national park in the middle of America just because. I'm kidding. I'm just saying if that was a thing. Anyways, but forgetting about that. Now, you want to overthrow the world, eh?
Hi.
Oh, Canadians.
Thought you did it on purpose.
No, I wasn't thinking about it. I was just saying, hey, throwing that in there to spice things up. Anyways, I say anyways too much. Carrot,
That's
you
it.
go on.
So you know, you recruit people, you know, and you know, say, you know, don't say we're gonna take over the world, you know, we're gonna kill people. No, you know, we'd like to build a military to defend ourselves from any threats that might come our way. Would you like to join? If you would, just come here and we'll start the training program. We've got some ex-US military members that have joined our society here to help train you. It's not going to be, it's just mild, kind of like Switzerland, Do they even have a military?
That's one thing. We're going to give everyone guns. And that'll get rid of crime, as Switzerland has shown.
We're not going to give everyone guns.
It won't
if they have
technically
guns, they can, and if they want to get
guns,
they can.
If it's dangerous to be a criminal because everyone has a gun, sorry, we're going on gun rights. If it's dangerous to be a criminal because everyone has a gun and you risk being shot, it's good to give people guns. Now we have our own country.
Put that in there.
Everyone can have a gun, and we encourage you to own a gun. If you have a criminal record, if you've committed crimes, we'll probably take. Actually, you know what? Get rid of bureaucracy. With my country, I'm going to try and keep regulations to a minimum. I mean, regulations are going to go as far as keeping order and not.
Country.
Well, I'm just saying,
Okay,
in my hypothetical country, whether I'm co-ruling it or not, bureaucracy needs to be held to. I don't know. That's a debatable thing. Systems. Okay, so we have nukes. Do you just blow up other countries or other, not countries? Like, we don't want to kill innocent people. Governments. So we're conquering. Never mind. We don't have morals in this scenario. So we can blow up innocents, but why would we want to? Because they're going to be our
If you kill
citizens.
all the people you're taking over, then you have no one to rule.
Yeah.
And give them the option to join our society and live here. There's less bureaucracy. It's gonna be, easier on you.
Be like,
but
like-
if you don't join, sorry, you're gonna have to get out of here and just move somewhere else.
great rulers.
Or
history
since
class.
No morals. Kill them.
Great rulers with great empires have
Cyrus the Great.
been Alexander the Great. Have
Alexander the Great and Cyrus the Great.
have
Ooh.
well, there's no Kirby the Great.
Not yet.
Good point. Alex the Great. That's kind of pathetic.
Alex the Great
the
instead
Great.
of Alexander.
Alex
the Grand.
Pretty good.
Alex the Marvelous.
We'll get to names later, or
Alex the
probably not in
Strange.
this episode. We could talk about that later.
Alex
Though,
the
like
Strange.
names, but I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, so they let people keep their cultures and stuff, their identities,
That's why
and there will be
people call them
There'll
great.
have to be, if you're ruling the world, there's got to be
Sub-rulers.
governments type things
Like Satrix.
because
Cyrus the Great.
reasons.
No, I think that was Darius the
Because
First, actually.
otherwise it would be communism, and I'm not sure that's a great idea because it's not fair.
Sorry. Sorry, China.
I wouldn't want to be in a communist government.
And North Korea.
And
Although
people
I
who
doubt you're
are
watching.
well, never mind. I won't get into that. I'm done.
Oops.
I'm so done. No, I just
So
can't
done.
think of anything else that needs to be mentioned about taking over the world. I wish this could be more
pretty
elaborate, but we've been talking for quite a while about just starting a country.
We've been talking about this since 7th or 8th grade.
Yeah.
But
So-
this is our best plan so far.
Tell
I
us-
think this is the one we're going to go
Well,
with.
I mean, we started on this one as like buy property, get our own land, or overthrow the government.
I thought we were going to go to Moscow.
I don't know. We had a bunch of plans.
It
Anyways,
wasn't a very good plan.
yeah,
It
we've
was
been talking
really
for.
thrown together, but
We've been talking for a while.
all right, we're really intelligent and we have this planned out. Super planned out.
Maybe we'll talk about this again later sometime. Comment, please, about
Comment
country
on,
stuff.
you know,
Comment.
what role you would play in our society, and if you would
Or
join our
no,
society.
talk about your own country starting, or if you want to join ours because it's going to be the bomb diggity.
Or the bomb diggity
Um,
dog. Bomb diggity dog. And, well, and also, comment about, if our society was out there and we were doing it like this, would you or would you not join our society, and why?
just leave comments. It doesn't matter how random they are. Thank you for watching.
Ta-ta!